Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this particular video, I'm going to take you through the number system conversion. And for today's lesson, we are going to cover the binary fraction to decimal conversion. If you had already watched my previous video where I had covered the binary integers to decimal, you'll find that these are the same steps that we will follow whenever we are trying to convert a binary fraction to a decimal. So step number one, you need to write down the number. Two, you write its respective place value starting from the right. You multiply each digit with its respective place. And lastly, you add the fraction. Okay, let's dive down direct to the example that we have. For example, this is our example one. And as per the steps, we write down the number and our number. I hope that you are able to see. So this is my number. Number is 110 1. Then we have the point here. Then we have 1 and 1. Okay, step 2, you write down the place value starting from the right. So we have from the point we have 0, 1. We have 0, 1, 2, 3. While on the other side is supposed to be negative, negative 1, negative 2. Okay, having done that, let's try to get the place value. So this is supposed to be base 2. Therefore, this one is supposed to be 2 base 0. Okay, while this is a 2 base 1, and this is a 2 base 2, and 2 raised to power 3. So these are the bases raised to the position. Okay, then on this other side after the point we have 2 raised to power negative 1. This is a 2 raised to power negative 2. Okay, this one 2 raised to power 0 is always 1. 2 raised to power 1 is 2. 2 raised to power 2 is 4. Okay, let me expand it for you to be able to see it. Then this one raised to power is supposed to give us 8. Well, on the other side, we have 2 raised to power negative 1 is the same as, if you can still remember the power of indices, a raised to power 1 is the same as 1 over a. So for this one, 2 raised to power, this one is supposed to give us 0.5. While this one raised to power 2 is supposed to give us 0.25. Okay, after that, the next step is to add the integral. So we have the integral part, that is 8. The integral part, we have 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, which is giving us a total of 13. While the other part, which is now the fraction part, or the fractional part, we have 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.25 which is giving us a total of 0.75. Now, after you get now the fractional part, the sum of the fractional part and the sum of the integral part, you add them together, which is going to give us 13 plus 0.75, which is going to give us 13.75, then should give us a power 10. Page 10. Which is supposed to be 13 plus 0.75, which is 13.75 base 10. Okay, having done that, let's move to our next example where we have 111,101. Okay, let me do this. Let me copy the table to make my work easy. So we have, then I'll paste. So our number, as usual, you write down the number. Then 1, 1, 1. Then we have the point there. Then 1, 0, and 1. So as usual, this is supposed to be 0, 1, 2, and last 3. This is supposed to be negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Then this is supposed to be 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 0, 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 3. And on the other side, we have 2 raised to power negative 1, 2 raised to power negative 2, this is negative 2 raised to power negative 3. This is supposed to give us 1, this is supposed to give us 2, this is supposed to give us 4, and lastly, this one is supposed to give us 8. This one is supposed to give us 0.5 after you expand. This is supposed to give us 0.125, and the last part 0.125. So we have the two sections on this side. From this part, from this one, we have so on this part we have, this is the integral part, and the other part we have the fractional part. So having done that, the next step is to expand. So I will multiply 8 8 8 multiplied by 1 plus 4 multiplied by 1 plus 2 multiplied by 1. So I'm trying to multiply the value and the binary related number plus 1 multiplied by 1. Then we have now this is the integral part. This is the integral part. This is 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, which is giving us around 13. This is a 12, 15, suppose give us 15. Okay, let's move now to the fractional part, which is a 0.5 multiplied by 1 plus 0.25 multiplied by 0 plus 0 0 with 0, trying to point 125 multiplied by 1. Okay, next step, let's get the value. This one multiplied by this one, you get 0. Supposed to get 0.5 plus 0 plus 0.125, which is giving us 0. We have a 6, which is supposed to be 6 to 5. Okay, having done that, you combine the fractional part. This is the first group, this is the integral, then you add with the other part, which is the fractional. So the integral is 15 plus the fractional, which is 0.625, and this is going to give us 15.625 base 10, and this is now the final answer. So I think up to that point we are at the same page on this particular concept of number conversion from binary to decimal, binary to a decimal number. And remember, for a binary, it has 2 digits, that is 0 and 1. Well, for the decimal, it has from 0 all the way to 9. Okay, so these are the steps. So we have step number 1, you write down the number, you write the respective place, you multiply, and lastly you add. Okay, let's dive direct to the examples that we have. Okay, so our first example, we have 111.111. So as usual, write down the number. Step 2. So this is my number, 1111.111. Then the position is always from the point. So this is a 0, 1, 2, and lastly 3. This is a -1. As you move to on the right side, it's supposed to be -2, and lastly 3. Then the place value of this one is supposed to be 2 raised to power 3, while this is a 2 raised to power 2, and 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 0. Then after the point, we have 2 raised to power -1, 2 raised to power -2, and lastly 2 raised to power -3. Okay, let's expand this one. 2 raised to power 3 is 8. Well, this one is 4 and 2, and lastly the 1. Then for this one, 2 raised to power -1 is supposed to give us 0.5. Well, this one is supposed to give us 0.25, and the last part 0.125. Okay, so as you look at the example that we have two parts. We have the integral part, that is from the point towards the left. Then we have the fractional part, that is from the point towards the right hand side. So this is actually, let me try to differentiate it. Okay, so we have so that is our integral part. Well, on the other side, we have let me get another color. Well, this is now the other part, the fractional part. Okay, having done that, the next step is to multiply. So we have 8. We have the 8. Okay, let me see how to go about it to make the work more easier. So we have the integral part, that is 8. So we have the 8 multiplying by 1 plus 4 multiplying by 1 plus 2 multiplying by 1 plus 1 multiplying by 1. This is 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, which is giving us a total of 15. Okay, let's move to the fractional part, that is 0.5. Let me zoom in. So we have 0.5 multiplying by 1 plus the other part is 0.25 multiplied by 1 plus 0.125 multiplied by 1. When you get this one, supposed to give us this one is supposed to give us 0.5 plus 0.25 plus 0.125. I hope that you are following up. So when you had this one, it's supposed to give you it's supposed to give us a 0.875. Okay, now on the other part, take the integral part, that is 15 plus 0.825. So this one is supposed to give us a total of 15.875. 875 base 10. So this is now the answer for this question. Okay, let's move to the next part. Our question 2 or example 2, we have 0.0, then we have the point 0, 0, 1, and 1. The position of this one is definitely 1, 0. Then we have -1, -2, -3, and lastly -4. Okay, this one is supposed to give us a 2 raised to power 2 raised to power, this is a 2 raised to power 0, 2 raised to power -1, 2 raised to power -2, 2 raised to power -3, 2 raised to power -4. Okay, when you expand this one is supposed to give you 1, while this is a 0.5, 0.25, 0.125, and these are the 1, 0.0625. Okay, having done that, the next step is to pick the integral. Okay, so the integral part is the real number multiplied by the value base 10. So for the first scenario, we have 0 multiplying by 1, which is going to give us 0. Okay, let's move now to the fractional part, that is 0 multiplying by 0.5 plus 0 multiplying by 0.25 plus 1 multiplying by 0.125, then plus 1 multiplying by 0.0625. Okay, so this is 0, this is 0, and the other part, this is a 125 plus 0 point 0.0625, which is giving us a total of 0.1875. Okay, now the value for the integral is 0 plus 0.1875, which is giving a total of 0.1857 base 10. So this is the final answer, which is supposed to give us I'll be right there. The final answer here 0.1875 base 10. So that's the answer for this particular question. So I think by now you have an idea on how to go about the binary fraction to decimal conversion. So in case you have any question or you require any clarification, don't hesitate to write down the question on the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as I see your question. So thank you for taking time to watch. Don't forget to like and also to subscribe. Subscribing will really help me to grow this particular channel. Thank you and bye bye.